What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're gonna unbox this product that I bought from GameStop, from all places, right? Because I do have some credit, so I decided, you know what, why not buy it from GameStop? Because I don't play as much video games anymore, and you know, I shoot a lot of videos. I shoot for reviews and just overall videos for family events and all that stuff. For those who don't know, I also used to, just a hobby, used to shoot weddings and events like that. Not anymore, but that wasn't a profession that I did. I was just like for fun, and you know. So I'm always intrigued by gadgets when it comes to photography, videography. So I have some credits because I used to trade games. I used to buy a lot of games. I think I traded in Xbox One, something like that, a while back. So I have a lot of trading credit from GameStop, and now I really slowed down buying games. So I decided, you know what, why not use that to pick this up, the Moza Slypod. I normally do use a regular slider, if you can see it on my videos, but this is a motorized slider slash monopod. That's why, you know, it's like Slypod, it's like a slider and a monopod. So I decided, I've always had my eye on this, so I was like, why not get it? So now I kind of got it for a really good price if you factor in the trading credits that I most likely am not going to use for a while. Normally just use it for a console or games for that matter. But like I said, you know, don't buy them anymore. So now it comes with this little tripod, this adapter. So you put it on the front, and this is on the back end, so you could kind of screw that adapter in. It does not come with any USB adapter here, with any adapter, you know, like to plug in on the outlet, but you can get that from iPhone or the ball head. You know, that's the biggest thing, is it does not have that video head that you would use, but you know, you can supply your own or buy from Moza itself for around $80. So assembly wise, it's not too hard. It does have this button here that you could lock in and out. This is where you would normally put your own head, or if you buy the Moza one, you would put that in the place of this. So it has this quick release button. This is, again, I think there's 3 Slypods now: the Slypod E, Slypod, and the Slypod Pro. And as you can see here, I am using a Manfrotto tripod, so that's why you see that quick release plate out there. Slypod E, I don't know, because I don't know why GameStop carries this and GoPro, honestly, but I can tell you right now, the experience buying from GameStop is not great, but I'll save that for towards the end. And the bottom part has this rubber piece, and you, to turn it on, you know, there's like a button here. You can use it manually, and of course you would want to use it with the app, and you can charge it using a USB-C port here on the side. And at the bottom you can see there's a thread that you will just insert the tripod if you want to, and this is the power on and off button, or you know, you could adjust it using this as well. So red, green, it's connected. Green, I mean red, I believe it's running out of batteries. Mine have some issues with this particular unit, to be quite honest with you. And you turn it off, and it just turns off like so. And again, to insert the tripod, you know, you kind of just screw it in there. I wouldn't trust this for heavier cameras though, which that's what I do have, is a Canon 90D. So you put this in here or in the front, so if you want it like close to the ground, you could always do so. And you can see it kind of wobbles there. But yeah, if you have a let's say Canon M50, you know, those small mirrorless iPods, I mean cameras, or an iPhone, you could get away with that. But heavier ones, even though this could carry it, I wouldn't recommend that doing so. And this is what I use, and you can see it's kind of large, but I do have 90D, which is not a mirrorless camera, it's a DSLR. This can hold 90D pretty well, but at the same time you gotta have a pretty decent head in there. And this is the regular slider that I use. It's a bootleg, you know, like it retracts and go back. So for those who doesn't know, it creates smooth sliding motion. This one kind of retracts, so it's a small imprint here and there, and as you can see, but the movement, if you want it to be consistent, it's gonna be hard. because it is a manual slider compared to this. As you can see here, we'll talk about the functions of this. It retracts back and it moves forward. You could do all sorts of things that you know, you can set how fast you wanted it, how slow. You see that's a little slower. It all depends on the app or the buttons that I showed you earlier. And right now, as you can see, it's a Canon M50 because I'm using my 90D to shoot this particular scene, but you do get the idea out there. So how it's set up and how it ultimately works. And the tripod that I'm using here is a cheap tripod that I use for lights because, again, tripod I'm using is the one that I'm shooting for. Now I use this to shoot this kind of like sliding, zooming in motion. And as you can see here, you gotta set the if you want to just straight up, of course the angles you're gonna change because the tripod is kind of slightly moving up. And this one is good for reveals, you know, if you have, you know, coming from a wall or anything like that to reveal a certain figure. You can also put it vertically, so if you want to move up, you know, kind of like an elevator scene or something like that, you could do this as well compared to an iPod, a regular slider, or moving down, you know, since it's on a tripod. Normally I would frame it even better, you know, without seeing the tripod legs in there, but you know, I'm not too worried about that. But you just gotta show you how it works out. So final thoughts on Slypod E. Do you need this? I don't know, but would it improve the way you shoot your videos? I would say yes. If you can spare around $260, which is on sale right now, I think that's the permanent price now, $270, go ahead. It takes a minute to learn and to know the functionalities and all that stuff, but if you're creative enough, you could do a whole lot of motion here, and also, you know, time lapses, moving time lapses and all that stuff. Your imagination would take you far depending on how you use this gadget right here. And it's small enough that you can bring it to you while traveling, but at the same time you need a sturdy tripod, so now you're bringing a more heavier tripod. But nonetheless, I love owning it. Have some issues with it, batteries and all that stuff. Contacted Gudson because with GameStop, they don't give you support after 30 days. So I don't know if I can recommend you buying this from GameStop because things could go wrong, and it looks like there's a lot of things going on with this. But if you have the spare change, why not? Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.